happy because your tone of voice kind of went up, and you were excited. Seemed excited about going to the pool.
Yeah, good job. Okay, here's the next sentence.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness, you guys did not need to do that at all.
Surprise,
Yes.
because she was kind of unaware of what was going on. So she was very surprised, and her tone of voice was kind of up too.
Yes, perfect. And it's very, yes, it's similar to the happy expression. Okay, now for another sentence. I stepped on a cornflake and now I'm a serial killer.
That was funny.
Can you tell me why it's funny?
Because you're not a real serial killer if you step on cereal. So
Plus you laugh too.
I laughed.
Okay, here's another phrase. Are you ready to go to Disney?
That sounds happy.
Yes. Perfect. Can you tell me why?
The tone of voice was high again. It's like the pitch gets higher, and going somewhere.
Right.
Makes you excited.
Right, and even though it was still a question, you can still ask a question in a happy tone. Good. Okay, now for the last sentence for these three emotions. Venison for dinner again. Oh dear.
That's is it funny?
Yes, it's a little play on words. Okay. So now that you identified all of the sentences with the correct emotion, we are now going to move on to seven more phrases that identify with these next three emotions, known as sarcasm, defense, and anger. Can you tell me anything about these three emotions, or if you've experienced any, or your mom, or your dad?
Defense. I know sometimes I get defensive with my parents,
Right.
and sarcasm. My friends use it, but most of the time I don't really understand it.
Right.
And what's the other one?
Anger.
Anger. And I get angry at my parents.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't everyone? Okay. Now, this time we're going to read 7 phrases, or I'll read to you 7 phrases. If you can't answer them correctly, we'll just call them again. But let's get started. The first phrase: I never forget a face, but in your case, I'll be glad to make an exception.
Sounds like sarcasm.
Yes. Can you tell me why it's sarcasm?
I don't really understand why, but I just know it's sarcasm.
Right, just because of my tone of voice, it wasn't very excited sounding or defensive sounding. Well, it's just a little, I guess, a saying that people say in order to, it can either be taken negatively or positively, but it's good that you identified that it was sarcasm. Okay. Oh, I hope I pass this exam.
Anxious.
Yes, can you tell me why?
Because she's hoping that to pass the exam, so it's the tone was kind of like worrisome.
Yes, like a little nervous sounding. Don't tell me what to do.
Defense.
Can you tell me why?
Defense is because she didn't want someone telling her what to do, so it was kind of like back away. I do my own thing.
Exactly. Okay. The 100% is American, but the 99% is idiot.
That sounds like sarcasm.
It is. It is sarcasm. Can you tell me why you think it is?
The tone of voice was like, oh, you're stupid or something. But
Yeah. Sarcasm can be interpreted in many different ways. That was just more of a snarky, sarcastic remark. Okay, here's another one. Well, if you feel that way, I guess it's fine.
That'd be anger, or is that defense?
Defense. It's defense. Can you tell me why you thought it was anger at first?
Well, I thought it was anger because it seemed like the person was mad
Mhm.
So I felt like it was anger.
Right. It can be interpreted as anger, but in this case, since we're just covering anxious defense and sarcasm, it'll count as defense. Just because you can either say it in an angry voice or you can say it in a more defensive way. If someone tells you something that you don't really want to hear, and well, I guess you feel that way, but whatever, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Here's another one. I'm so uncomfortable driving long distances. I hope I make it there safe.
Anxious.
Can you tell me why?
Because the tone of voice seems nervous of doing something.
Right. In this case, driving long distances does not sound too
Make her
easy.
feel comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, and for the last sentence, if I don't pass this test, I'm going to jump off a bridge.
Sounds like sarcasm.
Right. Can you tell me why?
Because she was not really going to jump off a bridge.
Exactly. Have you heard this saying used at all during
Yes.
school?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, it's normally people say this, they're joking, or it's more of a sarcastic tone. Okay, well that was all of the phrases, and you identified them all correctly and explained what each meant. In your school career, when you make friends, you're going to come across many different types of emotions from your peers, and it's really important to know that to recognize these emotions and to understand that everyone's going to feel differently about situations. And if you don't understand what they're saying, then you can just ask them you can simply just ask them how they're feeling if you can't understand. We learned how to distinguish between happy, surprise, and funny, as well as sarcasm, defense, and anger. Some emotions were conveyed positively while others were conveyed negatively. This will benefit you when you are not only socializing within the school world, but also when you're applying for jobs or when you're communicating with people out in your community. Next time, we'll cover more emotions and tones of voice via role play with classmates and other teachers and possibly family members. And that way you can get a better understanding of how people react in different environmental situations. Sound good? All right, well, thank you so much.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
Thanks.